Hey guys, Cinnamon123 here with another Minecraft video. And today I'm going to be showing you guys a neat little compact storage thing that I've built using minecarts with chests. Basically, you can just push the button and it will cycle through a number of minecarts. As you can see, they can all be placed side by side. Just to go ahead and get you a side profile, I've got all sorts of different amounts of storage. It goes as low as 4 in each thing, and counting the bottom minecart, and then it goes up as high as 10, once again counting the bottom minecart. It does take quite a few powered rails, but if you've been playing for quite some time, you should know that gold really isn't that difficult to come by, and maybe you'll have some redstone laying around, and it really doesn't take too terribly much. But now I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how to build one of these units. Okay, so what I've gone ahead and done is I've taken one of these units and I've stood it alone just so we can see the basic components. Whenever we push the button, it activates this deactivates this redstone torch and activates the powered rail. And whenever we are doing the redstone torch chain right here, basically it's causing this trapdoor to open and close really quickly. What that'll do is it'll let out one of the minecarts. We've also got a sort of elevator for getting the minecarts up. The elevator here, in case you're wondering, is not safe unless you replace all of these full blocks with half slab blocks. So basically don't be putting people in this elevator because they will suffocate pretty quickly. This current design can hold 10 minecarts. You can hold a little bit, you can put less in by either reducing the amount of minecarts you simply put into it, or you can also just build up not quite as high. So something like this would work just fine. So now I think I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys how to build it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is press F3 on your keyboard and make sure your F value equals 3 or 1. Right over here is the F value, in case you're wondering, and it changes whenever you rotate around. So 1 and 3 are both good numbers. I'm just going to go ahead and build it facing 3. First thing you want to do is you want to place down a solid block. This can't be glass or something because you need to put a button on it. Then you want to place down 2 powered rails, or 2 regular rails, build up one, another regular rail, and then across 2, and then 2 powered rails. Then you want to build up a shape like that, just 3 blocks up, and place down the lever. Now what that allows us to do is we can go ahead and place a block on top of that rail. You want to go ahead and place another normal rail on top of that, and then 2 more powered rails, and then a shape just the exact same as before, and go ahead and put another lever on top of that, and then just repeat the pattern again. Go ahead and put a regular rail and then 2 powered rails, and then right here is whenever we get to the choice of how many minecarts we want to, or how tall we want to build the structure, basically. An easy way to get a guideline is to build up the tower that has the lever for the second set of powered rails. Now what you want to do is you want to have powered rails all the way up to your straightaway. And what I mean by that is that right here, this is the last little bit that is totally flat, so we don't need power rails on top of that. Now if you are going to only go this tall, it's not going to save you a powered rail. You actually do need a powered rail right there, and then 3 on the straightaway. So I would just recommend building up as high as you can and just putting in more mine carts with chests as you go along. That's what I like to do on servers and stuff. And then what you'll also want to do is you'll want to build out like that, and then one block up, and then you'll want to build a column all the way up to the block that you just placed. The next thing is you'll want to break out those 2 blocks, place a redstone torch there, a redstone torch there, and a redstone torch there, and then trapdoor. And now you're done. As you can see, everything is functioning properly. I'll go ahead and put in a minecart with the chest, and she'll be falling in right there. Works just perfectly. Now if you want to load this, all you have to do is break that redstone torch, and it will send no signal to the trapdoor, so you can just here and just fill it up as high as you want. What you can also do is you can come back to the back and just place as many minecarts with chests as you like. That is of course to the limit that you can put in here. A good way to tell is whenever a minecart is sticking up above the edge here, you are full of minecarts, and then you can also just put one more down there, and you kind of sneak in one extra minecart, and now you've got a fully operational little minecart storage thingy. Hope you guys enjoy this. Now, I should also explain one more thing about this. There's a reason why I had you facing f=3 and f=1. It's not because of some trick with minecarts, it's actually something to do with the rails. Now you could actually build this totally fine, one of these, in f=2 and f=0. But the problem is whenever you try and do something compact. So imagine that these two were both our little devices. They would both work, they'd be perfectly fine and hunky-dory, and everything would be working out great. Let's see, whenever we try and place rails in f=1, they work just fine initially, but then whenever we try and place more rails down, they tend to get hung up, and there are workarounds around this. Like what you can do is you can put like rails along the edges here, and let's see if we can't do this correctly. Place them like that, and you could try something like this all the way down your rail, but I find it to be more of a headache than it's worth. Well, see, you could try and do something like that, but you'd have to be doing that all the way up and down and around, trying to get these things to line up the way you want them. Personally, I think it's just fine to have them facing f=3 or f=1 because it just makes things a lot easier. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please take a second to rate, comment, like, subscribe, favorite, all that jazz. And until next time, this is the Cinnamon123 signing off.